Shalom, shalom. This is the brother Yeshaya coming at you again through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rachakodash. And before I get started with this lesson, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachakodash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and salutation to all the Akim out there pushing His word without truth, righteousness, and sincerity. To you I say Shalom. The title of this lesson is going to be people struggling to pay for rent. You know, I got this article pulled up. It says homeowners are seeking roommates to help pay their mortgages. You know, coming into 2022, things are getting more and more tight budget wise, for people out here. People paying rent, people making mortgage payments, you know. Things are getting more and more pricey, you know, gas, food, everything. America is on a downward path. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna read a little bit of this article, and then I'm gonna get some scriptures. I'm gonna make this a quick lesson. Nothing too long. It says more buyers in the U.S. are opening up to the idea of renting out a room as expenses surge. It says buying a home may seem like a distant dream for many in today's cutthroat housing market. That is, unless they're willing to share that dream with a roommate or two. And, if you go on these renting, you know, apps, home renting apps or apartment renting apps, you know, a lot of people are renting out like rooms, a bedroom. People that own houses, they're renting out bedrooms to people, um, and these people are people who can't afford their houses. They need that extra bit of cash to be able to pay for rent or pay for food or whatever to make ends meet. But it says, with the average U.S. mortgage rate above 5% and home prices at record highs, it says home ownership feels increasingly out of reach, particularly for young first time buyers. To make it work, some are renting out rooms or basements and using the extra income to help offset their costs. It says the practice, which has long been accepted in the UK and other European countries, is spreading to the US, where the number of buyers who considered renting out a portion of their homes for rental income rose to 31% in 2021. Hey, right whenever that C19 was out there, it says, let me read this again. It says where the number of buyers who consider renting out a portion of their homes for rental income rose to 31% in 2021 from 24% 2 years ago. So it jumped 7% in 2 years. So before 2021, it was at 24%, right? And now it's at 31%, and it's gonna get even more higher, especially with this recession, you know, this inflation that's going on. It's just gonna get worse. It ain't gonna get no better, man. So it says, um, according to real estate website Zillow's Consumer Housing Trends report, that increase in homeowners becoming residential landlords is consistent with the trend we see of buyers coming from a younger generation of side hustlers. And hey, nowadays you need a side hustle just to make it. You know, you have your main job, but then you're gonna need like one or two side hustles. People are constantly working now, trying to make ends meet. One job ain't enough no more. You gotta have your own little business going on. You gotta be selling something, you know, because That $15 an hour, 16, $18 an hour, man, that ain't doing it for people. Even though, like I said, everything is going up in price. Gas, over here in North Carolina, this shit is going up to 4.50. Soon enough, it's gonna be at $5. Prices on meat is going up. I just went to, uh, what's it called? The meat market, and chicken is like twice the price that it was before. I remember you can get a whole tray, like a whole, I don't even know how many pounds, but it's like a whole tray. You can get it for like $8. Now it's like 16, $17. And a pound of like some hamburger meat, some ground beef, it will cost like around, it'll be cheap. It'll be like $5, $6, for like a pound, or even cheaper than that. And now it's coming up to like $9, $10. So prices is going up, man, on everything. Some of these marketplace, I mean, there's like Ingles, Food Lion, these marketplaces, Walmart. Some of these places are running out of certain items. You got the whole war in Ukraine going on. Just because people don't really see it like that, it's a gradual process that's happening. So people don't really see it like that. So once it comes to that point where people can't afford things, hey, things are gonna start getting crazy, man. People are gonna start losing their minds. They're gonna start feeling that pressure. They're gonna start to lose it. We're gonna start seeing more protests, more rioting soon enough. Let me get to this again. It says that increase in homeowners becoming residential landlords is consistent with the trend we see of buyers coming from a younger generation of side hustlers aging into the housing market, says Zillow economist Manny Garcia. So it says a lucrative side hustle. Yeah, this renting, rooms for people is becoming a side hustle for a lot of people that own homes. And this is a little chart they have right here. It says to offset major home expenses, it shows the percentage of the average percentage of people, from the generations Gen Z, Millennials, Gen X, Baby Boomers. It says to earn, but I'm gonna go down here. It says to earn extra income and save 53%, an average of 53% of all the generations have to do this to save, extra income. I remember back then, a long time ago, you know, at least my parents, they would be able to pay off the rent with just one person. One person would be able to pay off the rent, and my like my dad's, he would be able to pay off the rent, pay off the bills, and my mom would be able to save up all her money, and they'll have extra, money saved for a rainy day. But now, you have two people working, and even then they can't save money. They have to bring in another person, a third person, so they can save a little bit of extra money. Just to get extra money for spending. I mean, to get extra spending money, 37%. Just to cover for family vacation, 16%. To lessen the burden of monthly expenses, food, car, commute, 35%. Hey, and this is gonna get higher, man. This is gonna get higher. It says for some, the extra rental income is the only way they can afford to keep up with their mortgage payments. You see? It says, and bills that are going through the roof thanks to roaring inflation, right? That inflation, it's gonna get worse. Like I said, it ain't gonna get no better, man. America's through. It's finished. You got World War III on the horizon. You know, you got this man-made famine going on, this pandemic, all these things combined into one, creating the perfect storm to what? To break down the people. Eventually, they're going to roll out that MOTB, you know, that mark. They're going to roll that out. People are going to be so worn down, so tired, so fed up. They're just going to want things to go back to normal. And what they're going to do, they're going to take that MOTB just to, you know, get a little bit of normality back. 2/3 of Israel is going to take that. Hey, but us in this truth, man, we know that, hey, we have faith that Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is going to come. Yahweh Shai is going to come and deliver the elect. Lord willing, would be part of that. Us brothers that, be out there in the highways and byways pushing His word. And those sincere believers that listen to this truth. So I'm done on this. I'm going to go ahead and get some scriptures out. Let me get Revelation 6 and verse 6. It says, "And I heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts say, a measure of wheat for a penny," which a penny is a day's wage. So a measure of wheat for a penny. So pretty much how should I say it? What's that word? I guess a portion, or pretty much what you would eat. A daily meal will cost you pretty much a penny. It says 3 measures of barley for a penny, and see thou hurt not the oil and the wine. Hey, so this food, man, like I said, food right now is already going up. Gas is going up. All the prices going up. Rent. Things is gonna get to the point where your weekly wage, your weekly check that you get from your job ain't gonna last you but a couple days. I mean, already people already seeing that their check ain't lasting that long. They're not able to save money. They're living paycheck to paycheck, and it's gonna get even worse. And especially Jake, man. Jake always be living paycheck to paycheck. And Jake can't save. Jake always got holes in his pocket, always losing money here and there. And it's gonna get worse. That's why, hey, man, y'all, if you're an Israelite, man, you gotta repent, man, and come back to the Most High. It says, I believe in Isaiah, my servant shall eat. Let me get that. I believe is in Isaiah. I'm not sure. All right, here, I'm saying. Or was it Second Ezra's? Salakia. Bear with me for a minute. Right. I don't know why I didn't pull it up on the Blue Letter Bible. But it says Isaiah 65 and 13. It says, "Therefore thus saith the Most High Power, Behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed." Right in that day, man. in that day that's coming, and you're gonna need your how about Shimmy Shah, man, to keep you fed, to keep you safe. Because money is not gonna be, it's gonna be worth nothing in that day. This cash, all this is gonna be worth nothing. The only way you're gonna be eating in that day, that's in these days that's ahead. The only way you're gonna be eating is if you're with Yahweh Shem Shah, if you're part of the elect, right? So why not get right with the Lord? This place is done, man. This place is through. Let me get Ecclesiastes, Salakia 12, verse 3. It says, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few, and those that look out the windows be darkened. Right? The grinders is gonna cease, man. The grinding is gonna cease. People are gonna be, like I said, like it says, windows be darkened. Pretty much, it says, and those that look out the windows be darkened. Everybody is gonna be in a darkened state. Pretty much having that grim look, that saddened look, that depressed look. Not knowing what they're gonna eat, not knowing, you know, what's gonna happen to them. People are gonna be scared, gonna be worrying, and that day comes, man. People are gonna be offing each other, killing themselves, and it's gonna get hectic out here, man. Ecclesiastes 12:4. It says, "And the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low." Hey, with this inflation, man, a lot of these companies are gonna shut down. Business is gonna start plummeting. People ain't gonna be buying, products like iPhones. You know what I'm saying? Laptops, TVs. People ain't gonna be able to afford paying for the subscriptions to damn Netflix, internet. People ain't gonna be able to go out there in the streets and drink, party like they used to. The 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 mirth of the land is gonna be uh uh taken out of here, man. Yahweh Shemi Shai is gonna get rid of this mirth out of this land and leave y'all with lamenting, leave y'all in mourning, crying for Babylon, crying for America. It says, "And he shall rise up the voice of the birds, and the daughters of the music shall be brought low." See, this mirth or this joyfulness that's going on right now is gonna be brought to nothing, man. It's gonna be brought low. It's gonna be taken out. Like I said, the suicide rate is gonna start skyrocketing, man. People, more violence is gonna increase. What did how should I say? Let me see if I can get it. Some of the fire be already kindled. This is Luke 12:49. It says, "I come to send fire on the earth, and what will I if it be already kindled?" So, hey, that fire is already gonna be kindled here, man. There's gonna be chaos already in the streets. Hell is gonna be on earth, man. I said, when that time comes, man, shit hits the fan. what people, these bug out people are afraid of. These people that be building their bunkers, their bug out bags and shit. These people are afraid of this incoming disaster, or this incoming these plagues, these famines. People are getting ready for that because people are seeing it happen, man. People seeing something, are seeing that something is gonna happen, and it's gonna happen real quick. And so lucky, I kind of lost my train of thought for a moment. So let me just go back. Let me get Jeremiah 51 and verse 8. It says, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her? Take balm for her pain. Take balm for her pain. If so, be, she may be healed. And you can't, we're going to read it right here. Verse 9, it says, We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go every one into his own country, for her judgment reacheth unto heaven, and is lifted up even to the skies. Yeah, so Babylon's through, man. You can't heal Babylon. They were here pumping all this money into the economy. It didn't do anything. It just postponed it for a little bit. Right? Some 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 experts are saying it's worse. Some experts are saying that it's worse. That all this what's it called? These stimulus checks. Really, it made the economy worse. A lot of the money that's circulating right now in the United States, most of the money has been made in the past 2 years or the past year. So inflation is through the roof, man. Inflation is more than what they say it is, and eventually, this economy is gonna crash. And with this, like I said, this war going on, man, this plague with the C-19 going on, you know, gas prices rising up, man. You got um, just so much shit, man, going on. This this uh this man-made famine. So prices, like I said, prices of food is gonna go up. Things is gonna get crazy out here, man. Babylon's through. All these other people, all these heathen out here that live in this country, a lot of them are gonna go back to their own country. They're gonna abandon Babylon and go back to their own country because they see this place going down. Shit, you see it now. A lot of these, a lot of these companies, moving over to China. They've been, but like even now, a lot of them are going over to China. They see America going down. Let me get, this in the NOT because I was reading it earlier, and I thought I'd show y'all this. It says Jeremiah 51 and 8. It says, But suddenly Babylon too has fallen. Weep for her, give her medicine. Perhaps she can be healed. We would have helped her, but if we could, I mean, we would have helped her if we could, but nothing can save her now. Nothing, man. There's nothing you can do to help uh, uh, bring this place uh, back up to how it was. You got Donald Trump saying make America great again. You can't make America great again. It's through. It's done. It's finished. Donald Trump is gonna be running for the election. All these crackers are gonna start voting for this motherfucker, man. It it's gonna be all in vain, man. There's nothing you can do now, man. It's just done. Judgment is coming for America, and for y'all Edomites, and for the rest of y'all heathen, and for 2/3 too, who don't want to get right. It says, "Let her go, abandon her. Return now to your own land, for her punishments reaches to the heavens. It is so great it cannot be measured." Damn, that's right. The Most High has let America get away with so much shit, and now it's judgment time. You know, the sins of America has reached so high, her iniquity has reached so high that, hey, the way it's gonna go out is perfect, man. The scriptures say this place is gonna be a lake of fire. There ain't gonna be nothing left. And it's gonna be well deserved for what this place has done to our people. What Esau has done to our people. You know, it says the land can't be cleansed but by the blood of them that shed it, which is Esau. You know, and this place has to be cleansed too. The only way it's going to be cleansed is through nuclear fire. You know, so hey, all I'm going to say is, you know, if you're an Israelite, repent, turn back to the Lord. Yeah, because America's through, man. America's got nothing for you no more. This place is done. It's finished. Turn your back to Babylon and come back to the Lord. You know, I'm gonna close this out. You know, I hope this lesson was edifying. And close it out by saying, Kahala Yamla, Allahayana wa Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, Bahashem Rachakodash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. And salutation to all the Akim out there pushing his word without truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Until the next time, I'm going to say Shalom.